We're back.
There I was. I was having my moment there, my senior moment.
As one does. Evening all. How's it all going? Talk to the chat, of course.
I know.
But
I
hidden,
know.
hidden. How are you, brother? How are you?
Ah, I feel like I'm stoned, but I'm not.
Good to hear it. Good to hear it.
But I'm not.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, I'm doing good, man. It's been an insane week. I think a lot of things have been popping up. I have not been covering them, but a lot of things have been popping up.
Yeah,
So
yeah, for sure, for sure. I
uh,
mean, there's one big news that's been broke probably about a couple of hours ago, that the fact that BitChute is now been, I, is it been taken down or is it just on hold for the time being? What's the situation on that, guys? It just popped up onto my news feed on X. One true Saxon, I'm with you, bruv. I'm catching up, so to speak. But yeah, what's happening with BitChute? I went on it and they said it was all to do with the Online Safety Act. This is not good news. Hidden is not good news. Chat, it's not good news.
it's probably Trump, man. He's put some tariffs on them.
Yeah, yeah, 120% tariff on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
this
just
is
say, a little bit lower than China, but we're up there.
yeah, like outright war going on that. But I think this is very trying times to what our government. I'm not going to go anything political. I don't want to go there, but anyone who's living in the UK at the moment who is a content creator on YouTube or was just aware of what's going on, you'll understand the very hard left, I would say, politics that has been plaguing our community. Just for keeping people safe, hidden. Can't say that because it might upset some children or some people that are extremely sensitive. And my advice to those people is to get a sense of humor, grow thicker skin,
Or
and
watch
get a
another
life.
channel. Or watch another
Or
channel.
watch another channel. Go watch
You know,
PewDiePie or something,
I
or a child
always,
unboxing
you know,
video.
you know, this is the thing. Well, I mean, I'm an older guy, and I always like to say this, but I know you guys in chat. You can remember the days of censorship when it was on TV and with our videos, and not with our home videos, and
Yeah.
it used to piss me off when you'd have some person telling us that we can't watch this because it offended them. And
Mm.
it's like, well, there's other channels to watch. If I don't
Exactly.
like a program, I will
Mm.
turn over. I won't sit there and say I don't like this program, but I'm gonna watch it. And I didn't like it that much that I had to watch it twice.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
ridiculous. We shouldn't be. We should be within guidelines. I do understand certain things because there are certain things out there, and this is what got YouTube in a bit of a pickle because they were not
Mm.
policing themselves. Because I remember the first qualling that they had, YouTube had to do because of the ad revenues that they were losing.
That's
But that
fact.
was
Yeah.
the, but to me that was down to YouTube because they should have been able to realize what was going down. They should have known that there
Mm.
was these groups on here that were
Yeah.
using YouTube for nefarious reasons, and it still goes on. It's just that they're smarter now to talk in code. But
Yeah, but it depends on what channel it is. For instance, anything UFO related, like Alien Addict. I mean, yeah, okay, they went through a lot of conspiracy areas, but the views
oh
on
yeah,
that compared to YouTube channels that started up a year or two ago and they're getting quadruple the amount of views. Okay, not saying who it is, but go figure. But it just seems to be like rules for thee and not for me. Do you understand what I mean? Depends
oh,
on
it's
what.
it's always been that way. It's
Yeah,
always been that way. I mean,
yeah,
all right. One of the biggest problems I had with YouTube was I was demonetized for a couple of years and I was trying to
yeah.
buck it. And I even went to YouTube and I said to them, what I have a problem with is that you were telling me I can't play my videos, but then other people and I can't get paid for it. But other
Mm.
people take my videos and play them, they're getting paid.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
they
It
and
was
you
like,
and you know no, I got to finish the story though. Sorry, I don't mean to
go for
cut
it.
you. But
Oh,
here
no,
is
let's go
what
for it.
YouTube this is what YouTube's reply to that was. Do not worry about other channels. Worry about yourself.
I suppose so. I suppose
So
so. Yeah, there was this video I did on Rick Clay that showed this clip from one of the videos that I'd taken from another existing YouTube channel that's still up there, and now that video got taken down, but the original video is still up, and that got taken down for community guidelines. It's like, hold on a minute, but the original video is still up, even though I didn't play the full clip. It was just like a clip of it. Again, rules for thee and not for me. YouTube sucks, man. Bloody corporate, blah blah blah. You know, I'm not going there, but you all understand. It's just very frustrating, mate. You know, it's just very frustrating.
It can be. It can be, but I still enjoy the playpen that I'm in.
Yeah.
I do. I really do. I still enjoy it. I've tried to go to other platforms. Like I was on BitChute. I was on there, and I just didn't like it. I've tried Rumble. I don't like it. I like YouTube. I really do like YouTube. I've tried TikTok. Yeah, I am on TikTok. I just find it. I find that I'm too old for TikTok.
Yeah, I'm the same as well, mate. As soon as I go onto TikTok, it seems to be a lot of like dancing videos and stuff that just immediately I go, do you know what? I'm just not interested. And gonna be honest with you, I look on TikTok to find the latest UFO footage. Mate, it's not that great.
There's no such thing. But on TikTok, there's no such thing as the latest UFO footage. You might be lucky, but they're all old. They're all rehashed footage.
Exactly. I've been saying this for years. Ufology is just going around in a circle. It's just a cycle.
No,
Yeah,
no, that's cool to me. I don't mind people playing old videos. I have no problems with that. But be truthful about it. Instead of saying this happened yesterday, when I know, in fact, I have it on my channel and I got it from the source. So I know when it happened. That's when
exactly.
I mean, I see it near enough every day, and I'm thinking, why are we talking about this video? It's fake. It's been proven to be fake.
Yeah,
the people who made the video even showed you they made the video, but yet here it is again.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly, mate.
I saw one today, and their source was UFO Mania. That was the source that they quoted, and I thought, oh my god.
Mate, I use UFO Mania. Okay, it's a guilty pleasure of mine, but I have to admit 95% of stuff is fake. It's literally fake.
Hey, I'm with you. I'm not poo-pooing UFO Mania, but people who know UFO Mania, no, listen, it's all for shits and giggles. You see, they are one that they every so often they get a nugget in there. They do get a nugget of truth, but
it's 1 in a million, mate. It's literally 1 in a million. I have to admit that it's all balls of light. It's all like tiny balls of light. Look, I'm not crapping on balls of light. There's something to it, and I think a lot of it can be misidentified. I mean, this is going back to the drone situation. Hey, Drumstick, how's it going, brother? Brother. I was going to say,
hello again.
Hey, Jose, that's it. It's Jose, isn't it? I think that's the right name. But if you look at like a vast majority of like UFO footage, like you said, Hidden, it's all been rehashed. All balls of light that really, I mean, for instance, I tell you what, do you want just to bring this up for the moment? This is what Jeremy Corbell released.
I saw he released something. I didn't even bother to look at it. Well,
mate,
is that? Can I just talk to Spookfest while you're pulling it up? Spookfest, you still here because I got you up. Is that the one that was filmed that they're saying was filmed through Night Goggle? Because I'm going to tell you something now about that video if that's the one. And I'm sorry because I had to laugh about it. If this is the same video we're talking about, it's the one with the TRB3. They're saying the black triangle video that they filmed in night vision. If this is the one we're talking about from UFO Mania, I don't want to tell you. I'm sorry. I'm not going to say nothing about the video. Being cool. I'm going to be cool.
Bring this up. This is just a typical example for the people that are listening who are new to ufology. This was released by Jeremy Corbell, He's part of the UFO fan club that's out there, and he released this. This is so basically, right? Jeremy Corbell's basically riding on the fact that Skywatchers, which is the Jake Barber documentary series that is coming out, that he released a episode yesterday, which I'm going to be talking about on Alien Addict. And just so of a coincidence, Jeremy Corbell releases this just to go onto the bandwagon of something that's actually trending. This is a part of ufology, guys. It's all about trends. Is what's going to get the most clicks and views. Now, Jeremy Corbell was obviously hold on to this footage and waiting for the right time to release it. And this is what you're going to find. Blurry, crap, can't make anything out of it. Once again, a tic-tac through what you say, this infrared that leads to absolutely nothing. I am sick and tired of seeing this bloody footage. This is wank footage. Exactly. No, I'm literally trying to prove a point here. This is wank footage. This means it proves nothing.
You see this, right? This is what I gotta say. This is why I stopped talking about the UFO mania one, because I'm kind of thinking I don't want to burst people's bubble. And this is the thing. I don't watch Jeremy Corbell. Like I said to you, I know he put something out, but I ain't gonna watch it, because at the end of the day, every video he's put out, it's been debunked, and it's not what it is. And this guy's an expert. But when I had my day with him, my day with Jeremy Corbell is when he did, what was it, the 12 pine video?
Yeah,
the 12 pines.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah,
and when he was, I mean, even he enhanced it, and you could see it was flares, and he doubled down on it and said it wasn't flares. And then somebody from the outside said, "Look, I've got same footage of this, and it's flares." And he put up his footage, and you could see it's clearly flares. That's when you're like, you know what, man? I'm fed up of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be absolutely honest with you guys. The Skywatchers episode that was released yesterday with Jake Barber summoning UFOs and psionics and stuff like that. There's a footage I'm going to show on Alien Addict on Friday. Got a big show on Friday, guys. Got a special guest coming. I'll tell at the end of this episode. But what I noticed with this footage, it's they summoned this UFO and they show the footage of this, what they call a jellyfish UFO. It looks like a string hanging underneath it, and I would say it looks like a weather balloon. Now, hidden, I have literally got the same footage I've taken myself in England, in my parents' place where I lived years ago, back in 2009. It's the same thing, and guess what? It's a weather balloon.
It's a balloon.
You can It's a balloon. I can, guys. Do you want to see it? I can show. I got it up here now. Do you want to have a little look? Just to.
Well, it's just the insanity of what is going on, because it's like, I don't know how to say it. It's like they're, what would you call it, Nick? It's like they're treating us like idiots, or treating you guys like idiots. It's not treating me like idiots, because I'm a player in the game, and I understand how the game is played.
Exactly.
And they and to be straight with you, they're bad players. They're not even good players of the game. It's like people like Corbell. I'm not just saying him, but there are people like him that say this is what it is, and because I am telling you it's what it is, that is what it is. And don't you dare question me, because you are in the wrong, because you don't know. That's their attitude. There's no willing to learn. There's no open to criticism. It's just, you're wrong. You don't know what you're on about. You do this as long as I have, and then you know. And it's like, dude, I'm 10 years in, and I'm telling you it's what it is.
Exactly. Yeah. There's many content creators I can talk about, honestly, that have got that very narcissistic mindset. And one would say, well, you become very stubborn because you think you've been in the field or ufology for 10 years. It's like, no, we know how the game is played. And I'm telling you now, I said, just to pre-warn you, this is going to be the outcome. So just prepare yourself. But if we go back to this footage, this is what I taken back years ago. And I was watching SpongeBob at the time. But here you can clearly see a ball of light, and sorry for the shaky cam. This was tape I was using at the time. But anyone can say, "Oh, it's not a weather balloon." I don't know what it is, but it looked very much like the jellyfish UFO. And if I skip ahead,
I
you can
can
see
answer
it.
you that.
Go for it.
I can answer that question for you then.
Go for it.
There's gases. There's gases underneath the moon, and every so often they go up. It's a very rare phenomena. Sometimes it has been caught, but if you Google it, it's the answer is there. So
Okay.
I'm sorry that your science professor couldn't do that, but there are gases in the moon. I do have. If you search my channel, you'll see it. Lights on the moon, and I got to find out because whenever I see something strange, I'm not a debunker. I try to edify myself so I don't make a mistake again. But it is some sort of gas in the moon.
Okay. Well, in terms of like this one,
Sorry,
I have.
mate.
No, honestly, this is just. It looks like the jellyfish that Jake Barber was showing. That's what I'm saying. It's
see that one looked more better.
Footage.
That one looked more better than what they showed because to me it was clearly a balloon.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, this is ufology, guys. Welcome to ufology.
Send it to Corbell.
Or third phase. No offense, like third phase.
Oh,
third phase.
Oh,
but oh no, have I triggered somebody? Oh no. Who cares? Anyway, look, ufology, guys, yes, is a business, is an industry. It's also entertainment as well.
That's
it. Okay, look, I've got a catalogues of books on ufology dating back to the 1950s, and I can honestly say nothing's changed since the 80s and 90s. Especially, I've got a lot of UFO magazines from the 90s. It's all the same. It's just regurgitated stuff. Breaking my heart, one true Saxon. But you understand what I mean. Look, it's just you're going to get people show fake stuff. That's part of ufology. And I think now we're at the time where we expected the truth to come out within time. I mean, with like the Schumer Amendment. I mean, I'm sod that guy. I mean, if you look at the UAP Disclosure Act and what has been coming and what has come, so to speak, really has led to nothing. And this is why I just have no hope anymore. But when it comes to footage, guys, you're going to get fake stuff. So it's just got to knock on the head. You know what I mean?
It's part and parcel of it. It's part and parcel of it.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I got a lot of fake alien pictures in these UFO magazine books. You know, if I showed some of the stuff in the books, like it would be today, it would be like the NASCAR aliens. You know, the sort of the small little mummies, you know, the Peruvian aliens. That's what I'm trying to say. So,
I do. See, to me, I like that story. I like it. I like it. But anyways, let's dive in because the last show, man, went really long, and that was my fault because I got hammered and started talking about stuff that maybe I shouldn't.
It's good, man. It's good. It's a good show. It's good that we can let loose and just let us be us. This is going to be our 420 show, isn't it? I think that's what we were discussing before the show started. We're going to be doing a 420 show.
On 420. On 420. So I think that it's going to be in 11 days' time. So
the 9th today.
So and some of you guys, if you want to come up and join us and get stoned, and let's have a good talk and discussion about stuff, you're more than welcome to. Because,
absolutely, yeah.
Because it's nice to hear what you guys think, and it's nice. And I think it would be nice, like you guys like to smoke, like we like to smoke. Let's have a talk, man. Let's have a talk about stuff. We'll try and find some videos to show. I may even approach my friend Deadbug.
Oh God, don't.
Why? I love him, man.
Is that the guy you showed the video of all the dismembered bodies and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, man. I told you. I always give you that warning because Deadbug, he has a way of making you feel that you're standing over the body with the bloody knife. He puts you right at the scene. and I think it's
Mm.
brilliant that he does it the way he does it. That's
If you
that's
want, if you want gore, right? And my our friend, me and my girlfriend's friend, she's a tattoo artist, and she subs to a what are they called those like a not a surgeon, but when someone's died, they do like an autopsy.
mm,
But what she does, she actually takes photographs, and she's got basically like a forum. And if you subscribe, like if you pay like £10 a month, you can actually go. She actually shows you the body, but goes through like every single bit. Like it could be a body that's gone through a car crash, a murder, like a stab and shot, and she would basically go through the whole body and basically what actually happened. And people fucking pay that. It's crazy, isn't it? The length of
PG-13.
people would actually, yeah, it's crazy. Like there's no blurred out stuff. It's like the full shebang. I don't know what it's called. My missus probably knows, but yeah, crazy stuff. And
I
I
don't know.
tell you what, a lot of women is that people that are more interested into like serial killers and true crimes is actually the female demographic. Believe it or not. So, ladies, one for you. I don't know what it's called. I have no idea. If you go Google search for it and then delete your browser afterwards, I think you'd be right. So, mate, should we get on to topic? Because we've been rambling about ufology and how crap it is, and blurry footage and little dots in the sky that lead to absolutely nothing.
Well, you
Um,
can continue that talk when it's my segment, because I do have some stuff to show you,
sure.
some
Okay, mate.
pretty some wild stuff, and
Yeah.
we can get some opinions on that.
Okay, mate. No problem at
So
all. So
we're
should we get on to the main topic of today, of
which is
the Philadelphia experiment. Okie dokie. Um, so people in chat, if you've done any research into this, please. I nearly went Chinese then. Please, can you bring up any of your
see.
thoughts and all that? Be much appreciated. So, I'll tell you what. Let's bring up a photograph that I've saved somewhere. Here we go. Let's bring up a photograph of. 2 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. That extra button's making me weird, mate.
It is, isn't it?
It is weird, isn't it? It's confusing me. I want to click on it. Right, let's bring up this real photograph of the Eldridge. So the Philadelphia experiment, which is the main topic for today, and I will be playing some videos because I'm going to 420 on this one, and you know how badly I read, so I'm going to read now and save it for later. So the Philadelphia experiment, on the evening of October the 28th, 1943, the USS Eldridge, which is this fake boat here, just give a basic background, was a new class destroyer that was docked into a Philadelphia Naval Shipyard. The USS was a newly commissioned vessel that was equipped with several large generators. We'll get to the generators in a bit, as part of a top secret mission to win the Battle of Atlantic. Now, rumor has it that the ship generators was described like Tesla coils and were designed to power a new kind of a word I cannot say hidden, magnetic field.
Magnetic. You got it right.
Yeah, thank you. That would make the warship invisible to enemy radar and become undetectable to enemy mines. So with the 4 crew on board, I don't believe they did the 4 crew at first. They might have done actually, to actually put the equipment into a starting process. So if we just go by, there was a 4 crew on board the US Eldridge at the time of the test. So the experiment was carried out apparently in broad daylight, apparently in plain sight, even though it was a top secret program. But what happened was pretty much unexpected and baffled scientists and fueled speculation over the last, 80 years over this. So witness described the USS Eldridge, once it was activated, produced this green glow. Now you can see this artist's impression here of the green glow, and it almost like a big fart cloud, green fart cloud that would encompass the whole of the ship. Now, once the fog or the fart cloud dissipated, the ship disappeared. Now, I should have mentioned, first of all, the reason why they built the ship was to make the ship invisible to enemy radar, basically. This is what it is. First of all, I think I mentioned it in that bit there, that the fact that they basically tested to make anything invisible, and they tested it with a ship. But what actually happened, even though the ship disappeared, or well, went invisible, so to speak, it actually reappeared mysteriously about 200 miles away in Norfolk, Virginia. And when they went on board to test the equipment, oh, brilliant! I'll have to look for that, Martin. Thanks for letting me know that. I'll check that in a mate. Yeah, so when they checked on board, they found out that the time was actually 10 minutes behind. And according to reports, when the ship rematerialized, the members of the Eldridge crew suffered from terrible burns and disorientation. And some of the crews was actually fused to the walls and potentially dying in agony. And we've all seen the X-Files video on that, especially the episode. So basically, that is the basic background for the Philadelphia experiment. Now, bear in mind, this was during World War II, near 2 years before the end of World War II. And to think of some sort of technology to be implemented and even tested back in those days seems to be quite wild, because we are, well, over 80 years since then. I'm in trouble, absolutely. Oh, mate. Best thing, One True Saxon, if you want to sober up, is vitamin C, which best thing for me is orange juice. I've never had a whitey in quite a while. In fact, the only whitey that I had was probably before Christmas, and I was in the middle of Sainsbury's doing shopping when I had a whitey. Yeah, pick up the orange juice, mate. It'll help, or something sweet. So yeah, in terms of going back to the Philadelphia experiment, it's pretty much fueled speculations over the last 80 years, and even to think that some sort of technology can actually be perfected in 1943, and the U.S. government or U.S. military to actually cover it up seems to be well, covering up seems to be like the very common thing with the US government, especially with the military. It happens to have enough evidence. I've looked into the subject enough. I did a whole conspiracy theory, and it's a very cool story. Mate, I should have done a bit more research into this. I tell you what, Hidden, if you want to go talk, I'm gonna have a look. See documents. I've got videos I can show that has documents with it.
Just pump a video on. Just roll it out.
Oh,
do the Nikola Tesla style of stuff.
Okay. I'll tell you what, let's do this instead. Let's bring up a video. And we can all sit back and relax and chill. Which one should we do? Okay. Oh man, I don't think I got the file for me. Okay, tell you what, let's put this one up. And let's hope for the best. Are you ready? Right, okay, right. I need to mention something, first of all. I'm going to skip ahead on a lot of things. And for the people in chat, if you want to chive in, go ahead, and obviously Hidden bring up anything that's pretty decent in the comments. But what I'm going to... Yeah, okay, right. There's this video here is going to mention this lady, okay. Or should I put the other video up? Hold on. Oh, what should I do? What should I do? Okay, right, tell you what, we're going to put this one up first as I got that up. So, remember Phil Schneider, the guy with who I say that he looks like Hanson, who got the hand like Hanson from Scary Movie 2. We did a whole show on him. Remember him, Hidden?
Yep.
Okay, right. So his father, Oscar Schneider, calm down, Hidden, bloody hell. He was part of the Philadelphia experiment. There's actually documentation to actually back this up, and it's going to be in this video. I believe Phil Schneider's father, Oscar Schneider, who was part of the experiment, had been a doctor and examined some of the crew members. And I'm just going to click play and just listen to what this is. Phil Schneider's ex-wife. I don't know what her name is. I think it's Cynthia or something like that. But we'll click play.
Mathematically, but he was paranoid schizophrenic as well. That was Philip. He was so brilliant, and
hold on,
I think it happened, and that part of it also affected him.
There we go.
Totally. So I'm trying to think of what. There was one other thing that I wanted to ask about. So Philip's father was directly involved in the Philadelphia experiment, you said.
Oh, yes.
And this
yes,
experiment where they were supposed to, and they were supposedly advised by Tesla, is what I've heard, because this happened, I think in the middle or just before the start of World War II. American involvement, anyways, is 41 to 43 range. It was not long before Tesla died, and that they were trying to create radar invisibility by having some kind of like, I don't know, electromagnetic interference.
Right. Vibrations in the water, in the ship. Yeah.
And the ship had all kinds of like antennas.
In the ship and the water. Yeah. So it was Tesla and Einstein. Both of them together worked together on this. But especially Tesla, because he was way into vibrations. By then, he understood that, vibrations was the secret to everything, like moving rocks and, free electricity and everything. But, the Philadelphia experiment was supposed to be invisibility to radar, but when they turned it on, it was invisibility. They disappeared. And then they were supposed to go from the Philadelphia harbor to Newark, New Jersey, and they did it like in seconds. It was like fast. Suddenly they're there, reappearing, the machine's off, everything looks great. They go, okay, let's go back. Boom. Only this time, they must have gone through some sort of a dimensional thing, and they met aliens in there. They came back out their line. We have a timeline. They talk about this in quantum physics and what have you. You have a timeline.
Yeah,
when
sure.
you start
to
skew that, you're going to end up in the floor and the walls and the water. You're going to disappear, and that's what happened. A lot of these people just didn't survive it.
Yeah, they were like stuck through walls and stuff.
Right, they were stuck in the
first time they did it with goats or something, right? And then they did it a second time with sailors, I've heard.
I don't know about the goats. I hadn't heard about that, but I'm not surprised because they used sheep and goats in the Operation Crossroads, so they experimented a lot with animals.
Yeah, and my understanding is they did it the first time, and then they saw like the sheep and stuff were like implanted in the walls, like stuck halfway through a metal wall and stuff like that, and they were like, let's send some soldiers in, like some cannon.
Yeah, no, I hadn't heard that part, but I know it happened, and the people that survived it were quarantined. They were all sent to this mental hospital in Virginia, and I could say, well, it starts with a Q, QU something. Anyway, as they died, Philip's father, Oscar, happened to be in London at the time.
It would have been Quantico
one
in
of the
Virginia.
crew members had died. He had to go all the way from London to Virginia, and I had the travel voucher that showed this. And then he's autopsying this man because he had a cosmic clearance. It was for your eyes only. He'd been trained in everything.
Yeah, it's
all the
Dexter,
elements, all the
like
scientific stuff going on in the Navy at that time. And yet, what he found in these men, he couldn't figure
Dexter
out
was at the Philadelphia experiment.
Tiny little gold tipped items with a strange writing, like Enochian writing on it with these little wires. He sent this information, and I had a copy of the letter.
Did you say Enochian?
Yeah, like Enochian. That's what it was described to me as. And
Not Sumerian or something, but like the language of the angels that John Dee, the magician, talks about.
John D.
Enochian. Yeah, that's what.
He was
Whoa.
more than a
And
magician.
so Condon was a famous professor in
I haven't heard of
Colorado.
John
So
Dee's
they
name in
sent
ages.
this letter with a description of what they found in these people, and it was behind their eyes and in their brain and in their arms or legs. I mean, some people had 3 or 4 of them in them.
That's an RFID chip.
And
It isn't it?
they
Yeah.
were just kind of wondering what the hell this was. Well, if you ever saw Bud Hopkins do a lecture
Mhm.
on the implantation of abductees, that's exactly what it looked like. Because he had a photograph, X-ray, of a woman who had one behind her eyes, and it looked exactly like the drawing that I saw in that letter. So that ship had gone in, met with nasty things that implanted them, and they probably also opened up a door for UFOs to come in at that point. They were free to come. You opened up a door. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I had a guest on my show who is a geo.
Right, there we go. So this is Cynthia, who is Phil's ex-wife. I have to admit, watching a lot of videos of her, she seems to regurgitate a lot of theories that have already been out there in terms of this information, especially when it comes to Phil. Now, we've done a video on Phil Schneider, and obviously I wouldn't say the debunked side of his story, but he was banged up in a psychiatric ward. He had radioactive materials underneath his bed, which could have been a massive cause from his cancers over the years. There's many different factors that made me go, okay, but there's obviously the documents to prove that he came from a military background and everything, and obviously he was a very bright guy in terms of what he did for his job. So I've got to keep that aspect wide open. But what Cynthia, and I paused it on the perfect screenshot of her right there.
Yeah.
She doesn't look so happy with me saying this stuff.
She looks like Beaker. Beaker. But anyways,
Jabba the Hutt. All Jabba the Hutt.
No.
Listen, no, I'm sorry. It's all good. It's all good, brother. She can't. I mean, she probably give me a slap for that. But you understand the theories behind Phil Schneider. He was connected, obviously, with his father with the Philadelphia experiment. I've been looking through trying to find documents. I couldn't see anything from the CIA. I found one document which requires me to read, which I'm not going to. Do you want to bring it up, Hidden?
I'll read because I'm not stoned, man. I'm saving my stoners for 420.
Yeah, right. I've seen that thing in your mouth. I've seen it.
It's a cigarette.
Oh, is it? All right, fair enough. Oh, right.
Oh,
you got this up? Oh, you got it up, right.
Oh, okay. My God. I can see why you didn't want to read it.
Hidden? All yours. I'll blow it up bigger for you. Your old man. There you go. Is that big enough for you?
Just scroll it a little bit. Let's see if they are talk. Let's get past the mumbo. Okay. I see here they're talking about. Wait a second. Now, just pause it there. Let me see. Okay, theoretical physics in order to explain the characteristics of time, space, dimension, and the means by which expands human consciousness, transcends it into achieving a gateway operatives. Finally, I again found it necessary to use physics to bring the whole phenomena of outer body. So this is talking about something else. Can you just scroll down because I can see biometrics. Just scroll a bit more. Okay, go to the next page then. All right, hold on. Folks always have some great lengths. Avoid trying to render judgment. Okay, keep going. Because once you're talking about theoretical physics, the key word there is theoretical.
Okay.
Right. See, like right there, number 2, hypothesis. What that actually means, the definition of that is an educated guess. That's what that is.
Right. Okay.
So we keep going again because that's just going to be somebody's opinion.
Yeah.
Based on what he believes. Let's see. Transcendental meditation. Again. So let's keep going.
Let's keep going.
Okay. Hold on. Let's see.
Biofeedback.
Just keep going. I mean, the brain is a fascinating thing. I mean, you think about the placebo effect in medicine. So it is a fascinating thing, and if you want to believe that something will work, and you wholly and strongly believe in it, the brain will make it work.
Yeah.
Well, consciousness and energy.
Yeah. This is from the CIA. Holograms, energy creates. Bloody hell. Hashtag. I can't say it. I don't think this is leading to anything.
Nah.
I'm going to read this. No, I don't think it's actually. It's all to do with like consciousness and stuff like that.
Hold on. Go back up a bit. There was space-time dimensions.
Oh, yeah.
There.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Number space-time dimension. Up until this point, our discussion of the gateway process has been relatively simple and easy to follow. Yeah. Now the fun begins. Gateways involve more than just perception of those aspects of the universal hologram, which can be accessed in a dimensional space of time as we know it. To explain how and why human consciousness can be brought to transcend these limitations of space and time. It's the next task which must be addressed. To do this, we must first appreciate what time and space are in order to understand how the dimensions that they have constituted can be transcended. Yeah. Physics define time as a measurement of energy or force in motion. In other words, it is a measurement of change. However, in order for energy to be in motion, it first must be limited in some way within the confines of some sort of vibrationary pattern, so that it can confine itself and give it the capability for being confined at a specific location. Yeah.
I mean,
it's a lot of food shot, John.
It is, isn't it? Dimension in between. It's quite interesting that the CIA would put this on their website.
Well, yeah, because they would have looked into these things. I mean, don't forget they studied all these things. They had people that they claimed could leave their body, could transcend and go other places, and it is kind of right. I mean, once you understand the universe, it's weird, and a lot of us stoners out there kind of did get a little grasp on the universe, because sometimes you get that stoned that you can actually just become a part of it. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I've been there. I've been there. So I understand.
I've been there every day, baby.
Okay.
I'm right there now.
Yeah, but
yeah, man. I don't see if there's anything on here. I'm so sorry, guys. I had a look into this, trying to find some sort of documentation, and I'm not joking, guys. I couldn't really find anything.
Here's the conclusion. Go back. Let's see what the conclusion was. Conclusion. Okay. There is a sound radius basis in terms of physical science parameters for considering gateways to be a plausible in terms of its a sensual object. Oh, God. Again, it's a lot of who shot John. What's this? And then strong REM sleep frequencies induce the left brain's quintessence and deep physical relaxation. Yeah, there you go. See, what did I say? When you smoke a bit of weed, because you are in a deep physical relaxation. But
if you're smoking Stardog, yeah, I mean, it depends how high you are, really, or how stoned you are. I would agree with Drumstick. I'm not indulging like drug taking, but take some mushrooms, man.
See, I never took shrooms, and I've been in tune with it. I can get in tune with it if I want to.
Yeah,
I don't need the hallucination, because I can. There's things that I have an understanding of, and that's through being stoned, getting this understanding. And I truly believe that. And there it is. They said it themselves, through a deep physical relaxation.
Through meditation.
I guess so. Well, yeah. Well, you think the highest level in I want to say yoga, but I don't think it's yoga. I think it's Buddhism. Is when you have the ability to transcend. That is the highest level to get, is when you can leave your body, when you can transcend from your body. And they believe wherever you want it. It's all a game. This is the whole thing about, now we'll go back to Philadelphia experiment. Because one thing that I was told about that is the reason why they got fused into the ships, and not all of them, is because the whole thing was a movement, and some of those sailors, they forgot where they was. So when they came back, they became part of the ship because they moved themselves. If you just stayed where you were, you'd be fine. And that's why some of them soldiers, they did come back okay. But that's what I was told.
This thing is, there's a lot of stories behind it, and I was trying to find some sort of at least evidence to back up even this thing actually ever existed, really. I did go through Grok. I mean, that's a very lazy way of doing research, in my opinion. But in one way to sort of guide me to find links for anything. I don't know who said about about the documentation in... Who was that in chat who said about the documents? If you can send a few over, that'd be much appreciated, really. I'll see what else I've got here.
Melted by analog. Is it analog or analog? We're not going to go here, man.
Oh, dear. Oh. I'll tell you what. Let's bring up this video. This should explain things a bit better. Here we go.
From the Philadelphia experiment, that is the USS Eldridge. In this,
into the bodies of, knew that his dad was doing a lot of top secret things later on in life.
Phil's father, Oscar Otto Schneider, also was involved in government secrecy and black projects.
German name.
In the 1990s, during Phil Schneider's lecture tour in the United States, he was known to carry many documents and pictures providing evidence to the testimony about certain controversial subjects he was discussing.
I have a picture of one of the aliens been working for the United States Pentagon for the last 58 years. His name is Val Valiant Thor. He's right here. There's my father in the background. This whole place, the ready room of the USS Eldridge, Al Bielica has probably explained, or maybe even shown you this picture. There's a list of some of the notable people in it. They're all the atomic bomb scientists of the day, all the time variant experimentalists of the day, all the top physicists of that particular day. This was in August of 1943.
4 documents which Phil had carried with him on lecture tour are allegedly from Oscar Schneider while he was in office working for the United States Navy in the 1950s, during which time the alleged Philadelphia experiment took place. These documents are very interesting because they may be a smoking gun to support the theory that in fact the Philadelphia experiment did happen. The first document, which you've already seen, details an autopsy report on one of the crew members from the Philadelphia experiment, that is the USS Eldridge. In this letter to Lieutenant General Nathan F. Twining, it looks like Phil's father, Oscar, is talking about the USS Eldridge again and talking about the search for it after the Philadelphia experiment went wrong and apparently it went missing.
This letter also makes mention of J. Edgar Hoover, former director of the FBI since 1924 when it was established. He's been said to be part of a UFO conspiracy cover-up.
And in this regard, it's talking about psychological testing of crew members which were found after the DE-173 USS Eldridge reappeared. In this third letter, Edward Condon allegedly is being addressed by Oscar in regards to a mistake where 7 former crew members of the USS Eldridge had escaped from a psychological unit where Oscar had been testing them. Now, what's also interesting in this letter is that J. Edgar Hoover has apparently made this whole incident a 1A prime directive classification, which must mean something in regards to top secret. He also talks about Nikola Tesla's spatial analyzer. So Nikola Tesla has been indicated from numerous sources as part of the Philadelphia experiment. And furthermore, Condon, again, a very notoriously known UFOlogy debunker, who is most
Freemason
infamously
handshake.
known for writing the Condon Report. In the fourth and final letter, Oscar Schneider writes in regards again to the Philadelphia experiment. And I think it speaks for itself. This is what it says. In consideration of the latent facts, in considering the fate of the USS Thurenseth, DE-173, all ships, personnel, and material must be quarantined absolute until further notice. No exceptions. An on-site naval inspection is ordered forthwith as Bureau of Ships reticent requirements in Section 93A. Please include DE-173's ship's log to Admiral Roscoe Hillenkolt. USN, consider these and all events of nature above secret. C Class ARH-9, Project Blue Sky. Oscar Schneider, Captain, USN.
As Philip grew up, he went to Lincoln High School here in Portland, because I have a transcript of his senior high school. So that was pretty normal, except it does indicate on that transcript that he had an IQ of 163. Now, I know Philip told me that before he had his medical issues, he could speak 11 languages. And I believe that because he would suddenly, in the middle of the night, sleeping together, and suddenly start rattling off.
Okay, I think that was it for the Phil Schneider connection and his father to the Philadelphia experiment, because there was that document. Well, it wasn't really a document, it was the letter that was written out, the fact that some sort of drumstick is either way. I like NIK, or either way, I don't mind, work both ways. So in regards of trying to find evidence to back this up became extremely difficult. you know me, how I do research. I like to look at books and at least find some sort of governmental, at least something to back it up from. But unfortunately, there's just been a lot of rumors and speculations, and obviously the internet has done a massive part of that to hype things up. But I clearly remember Phil Schneider's father being part of that, and the letter that he written that Phil was going around the lecture circuits showing people this letter, which is quite damning, really. But it doesn't mention anything about the SS Eldridge. It's a different ship, and not the one that we're told. So
they could have possibly just used the code name, because notice they're given numbers as well, so they could be on about the Eldridge. They just don't want to say the Eldridge. So, you know, it's all the Ali trick, you know, the rope-a-dope. I'll show you the left, but hit you with the right.
Yeah, this is it. So in terms of, did Nikola Tesla was actually part of the experiment, because you think 1943, he was living in New York at the time, wasn't he? He was pretty much alone. I know he was working on patterns with the death ray and everything. Yeah, exactly. One true Saxon understands the name, but what Ollie calls me. I know that one. But from what I gathered through the history of Nikola Tesla near the end of his life, especially a couple of years before he died in when did he die? Is it 1944? When did Tesla die? When did Nikola Tesla die? Yeah, June, 7th of Jan. So it's 7th of January 1943. He died, so he would have died on that year. Obviously, the experiment took place. That don't make sense. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. So
there you go.
Wait a minute. So the experiment took place on the 28th of October 1943, but Nikola Tesla died on the 7th of January 1943. This is like 6 months before. So how was Nikola Tesla involved with that? Do you know what I mean? Because I've been hearing so many videos that he was there. So you see what I mean?
I always said, I heard that he was there, but I never bought it. So, but I think I think the first video, the woman alluded by saying that they were using his designs.
Yeah. Which was basically the generators I mentioned was basically like Tesla coils.
Which is quite possible. So there, it's like Chinese whispers. It could have been, it started off like we were using Tesla's design. And then by the time it gets to the internet, it was Tesla was there.
Exactly. The internet has sparks. Oh yes, he's back.
Oops, yes. My fingers are, there we go. I got it. Yeah.
How's it going, brother? How's it going? Nice to see you. It's. I don't think you were there on the last episode. Yeah, I was keeping an eye out for you, allegedly. But yeah, this is a tricky one, mate. It's fueled by a lot of stories that doesn't really have any substance when it comes to evidence. Might be wrong on that one. Probably a lot of people are saying, "Well, you haven't done your research, Nick." That's fair enough. That's totally fair. You know. So I wouldn't be surprised if they actually did do it, but there isn't really not a lot to really go on. Again,
well, see, what makes me, I'm like half and half, because I like the story of it. It's a good story. It's well constructed. It's like with every Griff. It's really good. But my thing is, if they did it, if they could have pulled it off once, they would have been experimenting throughout the decades now, because they know they got something. So there would have been more and more experiments to try and get it right. And we just don't see any evidence of where we are now of anything, unless we could sit there and say, well, look at certain things that are going on with the UFO community, with these objects that can seem to be in one spot, and then in a blink of an eye, they're over there, or they're just gone. Could that then when we say it's military purposes, it could be. But I
yeah,
just
for
don't
sure.
know. I just
I think yeah, but it's going back to the concept that they managed to do this years ago, 1943, to make something invisible, and then actually means of actually teleporting the bloody huge ship is quite a feat for 1943. And imagine what the technology that they have now by perfecting it. I'm just going to play this video. It's called The X-Files Explained, because anybody who watched the X-Files would understand that they did an episode on the Philadelphia experiment. Hidden, would you mind if I played this or not?
Just go ahead.
Yeah? It's only 8 minutes long.
Is everybody all right? Are there any injured?
While most may say The X-Files is not a real TV show with real-time events, you may be surprised that a lot of their episodes were inspired by real-life stories. In this episode, join us as we sail deep into .com, an episode whose central theme is inspired by the Philadelphia experiment, which is one of the most grotesque military urban legends ever. What made this event so horrible, and how does it correlate to the X-Files television series? The truth is out there. Welcome to the
I'm going to be honest with you. I never found Scully that attractive back in the 90s. I'm not gay. It's just literally I never found her attractive. And I still don't, really, to be honest with you. Well, she a little bit when she's older, yeah, but never did it for me. Do you know what I mean? Is that just me? Probably just me. Hey, didn't you chiving in? All right.
X-Files Explained.
This is mutiny! No, sir. It's survival.
Let's begin by delving into the intricate plot of .com. In the turbulent waters of the Norwegian Sea, chaos engulfs the USS Ardent, an American destroyer escort, as mysterious events unfold. Half of Ardent's crew, against their captain's orders, flee aboard lifeboats, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions. 18 hours later, a Canadian fishing vessel spots them, only to find that these young crew members have aged rapidly in that short span of time. Dana Scully and Fox Mulder, drawn by the enigma surrounding the Ardent, visit its sole surviving crew member, Lieutenant Harper, quarantined at Bethesda Naval Hospital. Shockingly, Harper, once a youth in his 20s, has aged beyond recognition. Mulder, weaving theories of government experimentation akin to the notorious Philadelphia experiment, believes a wrinkle in time exists at the 65th parallel, the ship's last known location. In Norway, Mulder and Scully, aided by Indri Trondheim, a seasoned naval trawler captain, venture to Ardent's coordinates. Colliding with the corroded bow of Ardent, they discover a vessel strangely aged despite its youth. Below decks, they encounter mummified remains and Captain Barclay, aged and haunted, recounting an encounter with the mysterious glowing light in the ocean. Their investigation takes a sinister turn when Trondheim's boat is stolen and his first mate murdered. The enigma deepens with the appearance of Olufsen, a Norwegian pirate whaler immune to the ravages of time. As Mulder, Scully, and Trondheim begin to age unnaturally, Scully formulates a theory, tying the accelerated aging to contamination from a metallic object in the ocean. Discovering that Olufsen and his crew remained unscathed due to recycled sewage water, tensions escalate. Trondheim, driven by desperation, resorts to violence to control the precious resource. Scully, rationing supplies to keep Mulder alive, faces betrayal and isolation as Trondheim hoards the dwindling water supply. As the corrosive effects of the mysterious oxidant breach the ship's hull, Trondheim meets his demise, leaving Scully and Mulder teetering on the brink of death. Navy rescuers arrive in the nick of time, aided by Scully's meticulous observations, which guide them in reversing the aging process and saving Mulder's life. In the aftermath, Scully, determined to delve deeper into the mystery, learns of Ardent's demise, swallowed by the sea, leaving only unanswered questions in its wake. Now, let's talk about the creepy Philadelphia experiment. The Philadelphia experiment stands as one of the most chilling military myths of World War II, persisting as a notorious conspiracy theory. But what's the truth behind it? Let's delve into the details. Legend has it that on October 28, 1943, the USS Eldridge, a Cannon-class destroyer escort, was engaged in classified experiments aimed at getting naval superiority over the Axis powers. Rumors circulated that the government was testing technology to render ships invisible to enemy radar, and the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard became the stage for this clandestine operation. Witnesses recounted an otherworldly green-blue aura enveloping hitting the ship's hull as its generators revved up, and then, in a blink, the Eldridge vanished. Reports claim sightings of the ship in Norfolk Naval Shipyard in Virginia, only for it to vanish again and reappear in Philadelphia. According to classified accounts, the crew of the Eldridge suffered disturbing consequences from the experiment. Some reportedly descended into madness, while others fell victim to mysterious illnesses. Strangest of all, some were said to have become fused with the ship itself, alive, but with limbs melded to the metal. That'll give you nightmares. The momentum behind the Eldridge story gained traction for a compelling reason. In a 1994 article for the Journal of Scientific Exploration, Jacques F. Vallée posited that deep-seated imagery plays a pivotal role in implanting a hoax in the collective consciousness. Both
gay. Go away, ads. How dare you?
among the general public and the educated elite. Before delving into the events of that fateful day, let's examine the enigmatic figure behind the myth, Carl M. Allen, also known by the pseudonym Carlos Miguel Allende. In 1956, Allende began corresponding with Morris K. Jessup, author of The Case of the UFO, advocating for further investigation into identified flying objects. Jessup inadvertently included passages on unified field theory in his book, which Allende seized upon in his letters. Unified field theory, an unproven attempt to merge Albert Einstein's general theory of relativity with electromagnetism, became the crux of Allende's claims. He alleged to have been tutored by Einstein himself and asserted that he could substantiate unified field theory based on events he witnessed on October 28, 1943. Allende asserted that he witnessed Eldridge's disappearance from the Philadelphia Naval Yard and insisted that the U.S. military had conducted what he termed the Philadelphia experiment, alleging a subsequent cover-up. Jessup's involvement took a bizarre turn when the Navy Office of Naval Research, ONR, received a package containing his book adorned with annotations purporting that extraterrestrial technology facilitated advancements in unified field theory. The peculiar aspects lie in the annotations composition, designed to appear as though written by three distinct authors, one possibly of extraterrestrial origin. Vallée's article reveals Jessup's obsession with Allende's claims, ultimately lending to the researcher's tragic suicide in 1959. It wasn't until 1980 that evidence of Allende's forgery came to light. Remarkably, two ONR officers commissioned 127 copies of the annotated text, which were then privately circulated by the military contractor Vero Manufacturing, perpetuating Allende's narrative long after Jessup's demise. So, what really happened aboard the USS Eldridge that day? According to Edward Dudgeon, who served in the U.S. Navy aboard the USS Engstrom, which was dry docked in the Philadelphia Naval Yard while the Eldridge was, both ships did have classified devices on board. They were neither invisibility cloaks nor teleportation drives designed by aliens, but instead, they scrambled the magnetic signatures of ships using the degaussing technique, which provided protection from magnetic torpedoes aboard U-boats. How Stuff Works suggested that the green glow report about witnesses that day could be explained by an electrical storm or St. Elmo's fire, which, in addition to being an American coming-of-age film starring the Brat Pack, is a weather phenomenon in which plasma is created in a strong electric field, giving off a bright glow, almost like fire. Finally, inland canals connected Norfolk to Philadelphia, allowing a ship to travel between the two in a few hours. The USS Eldridge was transferred to Greece in 1951 and sold for scrap during the 1990s, but Allende's hoax would live on in our nightmares forever. So, what do you think about the Philadelphia experiment? Leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and...
So, guys, I'm going to put this one out in chat. Do you think, A, the Philadelphia experiment is real, B, if it gets fake, or C, it's fake and gay? Alright, so I'm going to put it out there for the chat. I'm smashed, mate. Sure, why not? It's real. Let's just say it's real. Not 3, it's A, B, or C. I'm pretty sure everyone's going to say this. It's going to be C. It's definitely going to be C. Fake and gay. Yeah, I thought I'd show that because I remember watching the episode of the X-Files on that. Yes, I would agree, John Stokes, definitely fake and gay. But nevertheless, it's just an interesting... It's part of the cosmos of conspiracy theories, isn't it? Real thanks to the Montauk Project. That's... Should we do that for the next episode? Montauk Project.
If you want
because
to.
I keep on all I keep on hearing is that it's just a bunch of miners masturbating in a shower. Sorry, that's what it is basically. It's a bit odd, mate. But it links into like Stranger Things. So for those who don't know what Stranger Things is based on, it's based upon the Montauk Project, which I suppose we could Do that for next episode, if you like. Excuse me.
It was like that famous Russian guy. Do you guys remember that Russian experiment with the guy who had the egg and he put his semen in the thing? You remember that one?
Yeah, I caught it by tricks. I just bumped something on that didn't smell like fucking fag ash or flipping 420. But mate, yeah. So what were you saying?
No, it's just like the Russian egg guy, and that was like it was like some mad, but it was. It was something that was going on when I first started doing YouTube, and this Russian guy he mixed his man juices with an egg, and he created some sort of creature, but it was all fake. But it was really interesting. It was really interesting though. He had a lot of people.
Mate. Part of ufology, mate. It's part of ufology. So yeah. This is going to be one of those episodes where we're going to go, yeah. Anything to add to that, Hidden?
Not much. There's really not much to. I mean, that last video, the guy said it all, because in the description of this video, it has lingered as one of the most horrific tale that was told. It's again, I mean, like the ship, like that guy said, the ship was sold for scrap. They scrapped the ship. So if there's any surviving soldiers to talk to, would there be any? And if there are, would they be mentally stable? So it's a great conspiracy hoax, I shouldn't say hoax. What I mean, it's a great story because you can't prove it either way.
It's a conspiracy.
So it's down to your opinions. And again, it's like what I say when I show you some videos, and I always say it's as real as what you want it to be.
Exactly. And guys, for those of people in chat, I did research into it. I did really look into it, and I was trying to find at least something, a crumb of evidence, to really something I can go by, and even looked on trying to find at least some governmental proof or something, and I couldn't really find anything, to be honest with you. And I thought, I was going to be at the last minute, I was going, should I just like skip the subject and move on to something else? But I thought, no, let's just stick with it. And yeah, John Scott, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. And yeah, welcome on to Alien Addict on Friday. We've got a banging show lined up. Sorry, man. I know you don't like. I know you don't like plugging other channels, but
God damn it. It's not about plugging. It's not about plugging, man. We're the hidden underbelly here, man, and that's how we stay. That's how we roll. I don't care about the other channels. I really don't. They do what they do, and that's their business. I don't care.
Sure.
You know, that's how we roll. It ain't about plugging. I said that to you already. It ain't about plugging.
Yeah.
You know, you guys come here to see what we're saying and what we're doing, and it's a pointless exercise if we're going to sit there and say, well, this guy's doing this, let's take a look at what he's doing, and that guy's doing that, let's take a look. That ain't, you know, you could go and see them people for yourselves. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. I don't try and get my views and my opinions from other people. My views and my opinions are solely my views and opinions, you know, through what you learn. And that's what I'd say is the greatness about humans, is that if you can, once you get new information on something, then you can change your opinion. I mean, with say with this story here, it's been consistent. There's been nothing new added to the table, unless the person who mentioned those recent CIA files can drop a link to them, and then we can have a look at it. But I don't know. I like the story. Same like I like Snyder's story of where he was fighting the aliens. I like that story too. I like many of these. I like many of these stories. I like the 4chan whistleblower. I like his story. You know, but what do you do?
It just tends to get blown out of proportion, especially people that are new to the alternative media or this side of research that we do, they tend to believe in anything, and they don't have that level of, okay, let's just step back and reevaluate what information I'm actually consuming. Am I consuming 10-second TikTok videos? Am I supposed to rely on 10-second TikTok videos? It's do you understand? It doesn't really.
Yeah. But if those 10 seconds spark a fuse to make you want to go and research it, and that's it's done its job. But if you're going to take a gospel from 10 seconds, then there you go.
Which is
what
TikTok.
Can one say?
That's
what can one
TikTok,
say?
mate. And exactly. So the people in chat, I mean, everyone knows they can take the information for what it's worth.
See, in my job, I kind of like doing some digging. That's why it's a bit hard. It's hard going now because there's not a lot of videos you can source, and that I don't like. I like to be able to source videos, but that's why I'm going to have to change the game on the channel and just put out the videos rather than try and source them. And I know that's bad for you guys, and it's bad for me, but we're not getting any footage over here because I'm too busy trying to, and that's what that we'll get into that because I have some videos that I want to show you. I'm going to show you. I know, one of them I should have done a video on, but I'm a bit hesitant on it, and I'll explain why when you guys see it. So,
well, do you want to move on to that now? Because I don't really have anything else. Anything else in chat you want to talk about with Philadelphia experiment and pointing us in the right direction? Because trust me, I did research into this, and I couldn't really. I just found stories. Tesla was involved, unified field physics, and again, it's all speculation. Fun stories.
I agree.
Fun stories.
I agree.
It's all demonic.
I agree. 100%. That's why it was kind of odd to hear that guy mention John D. Because you know about John D's little history.
No, I don't. Refresh my memory.
He was the consul to the royal family. This guy was when you're talking about magic, he weren't pulling rabbits out the hat. He weren't that kind of magician. He was like on Crawley's level.
Alistair Crowley, yeah.
He was on that level. So, and this guy, the back then, the royal family back then, an alchemist. That's what they call them. It's a nicer name. They used to even call them back in the days. They used to call them scientists. Just remember, let that sink in too. They used to call them scientists back in them days. So, and he was the royal family used to go to this John D. He's quite high up. He was quite high up, and this guy was nothing more than a sorcerer. Let's say he knew the occult, and a lot of these things are occult based. So, but we'll get off of that tangent because I'm smoking my nice lady cigarettes now. But anyways, let's get to where I want to go. So
let's do this.
I'm gonna see because now it's all messed up. All these buttons, guys. So I'm not gonna see these things. Let me see. There we go. Okay. So share screen. There we go. All right. So this video I'm going to show you is I can't. This is what I can't source, and I don't like it because I can't give you a location. But here, let's get this up. And oh my God,
let's have a look.
My computer's playing about now. I hate when it does this. Just give me a second, guys. I'm real sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Here,
No worries. I mean,
it's just playing about now.
That's all right.
See,
man.
even my computer thinks this video is crap and it doesn't want to play it. No, it's not crap. It's not crap. Okay, now
don't jinx it.
This again is an orb. It's a daytime orb, so it's not a light in the sky. Let's get it up. But like now the movement on this video, it's pretty. I find it interesting. So here. Let's have a look. See if we got the sound.
Oh,
up.
yeah. I've seen this one. I think Third Phase of the Moon did a video on this.
Nah, this ain't the one they did.
Okay.
I got that coming.
Right.
But like the motion on it, see, I'm wondering about the wind, but then it stops. At one point, it looks like it makes a little turn, and then it shoots off. See, there it goes.
Mm.
And that's it.
Amazing, isn't it?
I think, see, I like that video. My problem again, I couldn't source it. There's no date. There's no, I mean, I haven't seen that before, but I haven't seen every video that's been on the internet. So I don't know if that's an older video. But that doesn't seem to me like that's riding wind currents. Yeah, John, you're following thingy, ain't you? You're following Mick West's debunks. That's what Mick West would have said. But that looks perfectly round.
It's perfectly symmetrical. Yeah, I see what you mean.
You got it. You got it, brother. It's a wingless bird.
And the fact it actually goes quite fast, the velocity straight at the end there. But you see it stops and it moves and it stops.
And there's a little bit of direction changing. Which I like about it. But you know, this is it, guys. I'm saying this here and now. I'm gonna have to change the way I'm doing things. And if I can't give you the information that you want, like the time, the dates, the location, I'm just not gonna be able to do it. Because I'm missing making videos, but because I've set myself up in a certain way where I like to give you the information, I like to give you links back to the people who have filmed it, not the person who posted it, but the person who's filmed it. So you guys can ask the questions. What camera did you use? Where were you? Did you hear any noise? You can't ask that from somebody who's just reposting a video. You can't ask them questions because they don't know. So
yeah, that's very true.
Let's move on to I'll move on to another one that I got. We'll get to the one that third phase show, and I'm going to show you because I do have the source to that, and I did write to them over it. So our next video is coming from Helsinki. Now, I did get this one. This happened on April the 3rd of this year at 8:42, very precise, but I suppose they got the metadata on it. So, oh God, my computer, it's playing up again, mate. It's playing up. Here we go. We got it. Hold on.
I want to see some UFOs. I want to see some balls of light, some orbs.
Oh, now I'm stuck in here. I can't see what I'm doing. Is it on the screen? Is it on the screen?
Nothing.
No, there you go. All right. There we go. Let's go up in here.
Let's do it.
Now, this is a quick video. But what you're looking at is there's this orb and it was filmed. This is coming out from Helsinki. So that's basically it. And it's gone. As you can see, it's right there.
Is it blinking? No, it's not.
See, it's again, you're filming through a glass. You're not holding the camera steady. So, and it's gone. But you see, you could be dealing with, if you want to go for a debunk, you could be dealing with an internal, like, a reflection from the window, because if you know, like the airplane windows, they're two pieces of, I want to say glass, but I don't think they're glass. They're plastic, ain't they?
I'm not too sure on that one. I don't think they're glass. No,
they're not glass. They're like a plastic kind of thing. I've been on planes and I've tapped the windows, so you can get some sort of you know what I mean? Internal reflection.
A very common UFO sighting I see is the fact that if you're looking through a window with a camera and you've got a light source on, for instance, you've got a headlamp or one of the light switches you got at the top here, and you got that on, that will obviously be picked up and that will actually come up in the camera reflecting through the window. So that is it could possibly be that, mate, but it seems to be quite a bright object.
It does. Now this is the one, and I should have done a video on it. I know I should have done a video on it. And by the time I decided, what to think about it, to do it, Third Phase did theirs. And I don't like being behind them, because too many jokers write to me saying, "Oh, I seen this on Third Phase," but they never write the Third Phase and say, "Oh, I saw this on Hidden Underbelly first." They don't do that. So I just don't really care. But here, let's see if I've got it up. I gotta go over here. There we go. Got it up. See what I wanted to. Oops, bollocks. Here we go. Right. So here's what I wanted to show you, man. Like, I saw this video. I'm the only one that commented on it. Right now, I wrote to them in Spanish, because obviously they call themselves German company, right? But yet it's in Spanish. Now, what I'm saying is great catcher, yeah. And I asked them, because what they say in their description is basically they're going to present the video, they're going to present the object at a press conference, yeah. So I asked them, when is the press conference? As you can see, I wrote to them 6 days ago, yeah. And they still haven't got back to me. Now, a video of this magnitude, because it is actually quite a good video.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna show you two sides of this coin with this video. But let's just have a quick butchers, eh?
Yeah, let's go for it. Let's have a look.
But as you can see, I have been doing my work. 6 days ago, I wrote to them about this video. Have I got any sound? No, took the sound off. There we go. Now, please pay attention to the video, though. Not what's in it, but pay attention to this.
Wow, look at that go. Wow.
And we stop. Right at the interesting moment. Now,
yeah.
I think it's a great video. Here, let me. Well, there's not much sound, so we can talk. Now, I think it's a great video, but here's what we're looking at now. There's been some cuts to it.
Right. Go ahead.
Well, there's been some edited cuts to it. Now, we can argue, we can say they might have edited it because there might have been a lot of nothing, so they just want to get to the good bits of the video. We could say that. But if it's the original video, why don't you just put out the whole video and let us watch it? I mean, we have watched videos of 10 minutes long of balloons flying around. They've done that. So why this? There's cuts.
So
There's cuts.
Cuts.
Okay,
Yeah.
watch. I'll show you. I'll tell you what. That's why I said at the beginning, watch the video closely. Don't watch the object. Watch the whole video. You'll see cuts. That to me looked like there was a cut there. There's going to be another one. There's another cut. And another cut.
Oh, right, that cut. Okay, all right.
They're editing cuts. Now, the argument for this bit here. Now, I'm gonna go on this at the end where it just ends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you listen closely, let's get it there. Can you hear that beeping?
The drone.
No. I possibly think maybe his phone was running out of power. Or his camera. I think that could be a possibility. Can you hear the beeping?
I think that beep is to do with the drone. That's because as it descends and it gets quite close, you can hear it.
Here. I think it's a good video. If it's fake, then it's an interesting fake video. But hold on, let's get a better shot. There we go. No, I thought that was it. There we go. Let's see if that'll give me that. We don't want to stare at ground, do we? There we go. No. There we go. We'll put it there. But what do you guys think? I see people. See, I don't think that's a fake video. No. But it more than likely is a drone. I don't think it's CGI or AI. My problems with that is the editing cuts. And the other problem that I have is that the fact that I reach out to these people and they haven't responded in any way, but yet they're claiming they're going to have a press conference and they're going to produce the object at the press conference. This was also filmed by a farmer. Now I know there's another one. There's another video, and it was filmed in Colombia, but it's this woman and she's constantly talking over it. You know, she's saying, "Oh my God, look at this, look at this." You know, but
yeah, sorry, mate, Corin.
But that's it.
Martin R put a good comment. Remember UFO camera photos? Sorry, remember UFO camera phones. Now, are you talking about potato cameras here? Because we're talking about UFO footage when it comes to phone cameras. Is that what you're talking about, Martin? But the fact is, this looks more professional than, for instance, a phone camera. I might be wrong in terms of where the technology now with phone cameras, the videos, I mean, they shoot at amazing quality. Do you know what I mean? When it zoomed in, it looked too good. So I think the production of this was done quite well. Like this was planned, so to speak. Because it was edited, isn't it? It wasn't like any
it is edited.
other very much so, isn't it?
It's 100% edited.
Yeah, I would agree with a word we cannot say. Yeah, the ending was suspicious. Surely you would inspect the severe when the camera's
sphere.
rolling. Yeah. Sorry, mate. I'm absolutely 420 hard at the moment. I can't read, but yeah, very very good. The thing is, it just cuts. Boom, stop dead. It's just like, I'm sorry, unless they're holding on like Jeremy Corbell does onto the footage so they can bring it out.
Bluey rocks, man. Bluey rocks. I like his dad. His dad kills it. I have a little kid, so yes, I do sometimes get caught up watching Bluey, and I find myself laughing. But yeah. But I think it's a good video, and it's a shame because of one thing. So, guys, I'm going to start changing my policies with the UFO videos, where if I've got a piece of footage, I'm going to show it. And if I don't know the location or the sources and things like that, I'm going to, because, we're missing out on things. We're 100% missing out on things. Another Bluey fan. But I think that's what I got from the UFO. Let me just have a look. Where am I? Here I am. So we'll go over here, and I think that's all. That's what I've seen so far. But take it away from the UFOs now. I've got this very, very. All right, I gotta figure out. It's these new buttons, and plus I don't like them. Okay, let's go here.
Is one extra button is throwing me and hidden off. And it's a button you always use. Yeah.
There we
go.
Oh,
Dr. Reed. Oh, okay. So John P. Adventures put up a comment. Can you hear that?
Yeah. I'm going to take this down a second. Hello?
Unbelievable. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Earth to hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, sorry. The triangle UFO that Dr. Reed put out, which sounds like a gay porno. I don't know if you listened to it. Have you listened to it, Hidden?
Yeah, I covered it.
I think everyone bloody did, didn't they? Yeah, that sounds and looks bloody terrible.
But it did look good. The UFO in it did look good.
Well, I would say the gay porn star noises he was doing sounded pretty on par. Never watched gay porn, but I imagine what that sounds like.
That's why I'm wondering. You're setting yourself up, mate.
I am setting myself up.
Open up the door, sit on down.
Yeah, Frankie Goes to Hollywood on. That's all I need, mate. But honestly, when you look at the video, mate, it's not impressive.
Well, the UFO, to me, the UFO bit was that black triangular UFO was really good. I liked it. Considering the time that he did that. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. But
was it 90s? Was it the 90s he brought that out?
You know, I just lost all hope when he rolled out the alien and he had it wrapped up in his giant burrito. So it's just one of those things.
It's something out of Taco Bell, mate. Honestly, this is it. This is what discredited it for me. But anyway, we'll
here you go, brother. I hate to be that guy, but I'm going to tell you this now. Balloons.
Which one we're talking about then? The jellyfish.
They're all balloons. They're all balloons. The one from Iraq was balloons. Well, there's two in it. There's one that Corbell put out, and then the recent one that they're balloons, man. They're what do they call them? I think they call them stormtroopers. Stormtrooper balloons.
Yeah, the one in Iraq. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm
I'm going with
50-50.
balloons. I'm going with balloons, man, because there's no. It's you see when you're looking at UFOs, you look for they call it something where you look for movement, you look for speed, you look for certain things. These things are just floating along. What just floats along? Balloons.
Yeah.
You know,
I've seen plenty, even with hot air balloons as well. You know, with that sort of mass of air inside, it just floats like that. It doesn't, doesn't flow about everywhere. It just has that consistency, whatever it's called, straight into that one direction. Thank you very much.
Following the wind.
In that one direction.
Following the wind.
That's it.
If it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, guess what? It's a duck. I'm sorry. I know people want to buy into the jellyfish stuff, and there probably is things like out there, but what we're being seen is what we're being seen. I mean, I would have gone for it. I would have gone for the latest Iraq one, but I wouldn't have called it a balloon. I'd have said a flying humanoid. That's how I would have done it.
Sure. Yeah, it would have been back years ago. It would have been back years ago. Some sort of humanoid.
And what's happened to them? I've got several videos of these humanoids. And what's happened to them? We just don't see them no more. Or are we getting a bit smarter to say, look, they're balloons, or cameras are getting better?
Yeah.
But on that, man.
There was a lot I remember hidden. Going back like in the 90s, even like the early 2000s, there was a lot of strange UFO sightings in Mexico. Like all the strangest UFO sightings were, even still are, but crazy stuff. Now we know that Jaime Maussan, he's part of the UFO cult in Mexico. But guys, honestly, if you have a look, and I'll try and dig some up, and I'll probably show it for next show. Some of them are really crazy stuff, and this is back in the 90s of what these. I mean, we're not talking about spherical balls or anything like that. We're talking about really strange stuff that have been seen in the sky in Mexico. That's just been forgotten, but will get rehashed once it's been found in the buried archives of the internet. It will get rehashed again, like ufology is. It's just going around in a circle, around in a circle.
Oh.
Yeah, I would agree. Drumstick. Yeah, I would agree.
Well, now I'm gonna go off the UFO stuff, and I came across this video today, and I thought, wow, this is actually quite good. Now I managed to source it, and the original source, he posted his video on Instagram, but unfortunately, Instagram, you just can't bring it up. So I've got the video of the guy who took it from the original source and made it his own. And this is what happens again. This is why I tell you got to try and deal with the source. But unfortunately, I would have shown the source video, and the guy deserves all the credit because it's him. He filmed this, and it's called The Devil's Sunrise. And man, this looks really cool.
Let's have a look. Oh, I love landscapes.
Now just imagine you just sitting there and you're on your deck chair, you're smoking a joint, and you see this sunrise. Wow. I mean, look at the horns, and then the horns are looking like eyes, and the reflection.
Amazing! Look at that.
Well, that's just called The Devil's Sunrise.
Where's that taken, hidden?
I can't tell you because the source being its Instagram, they're dealing with a lot of hashtags, and none of the hashtags included a location.
Right.
So I know the guy who originally done it, he posted a week ago. But it's all hashtags, which is a wind up. I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
in fact, I might drop a short on that. I think I might drop a short on that. Look at that, man.
Amazing.
And see, the Instagram post is much more clearer. So, but then again, it's because it's a third generation video that I'm showing you because it was uploaded somewhere, and then how do you say it. So
Yeah.
it's a lower res.
Okay.
So
Hayden,
yeah,
you're
that's
going a
it.
bit. You went a bit Terminator then, mate. You went a bit glitchy.
But that's it, man.
Or was that? Okay.
Nah, that ain't lens
But no,
flare.
no, no. Nah. No, it's
That's
beautiful. And it's not an lens flare. That's the sun. Yeah. All right, Drumstick. Have a good night, mate. Have a good night, and we'll catch you another time, brother.
Well, that's it, man. I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
done. So
I don't
I
think
hope you. Yeah.
I don't think I've got anything either, mate. I think that's it. Yeah, I was trying to find, like I said, guys, some at least decent information on the Philadelphia experiment, and I just came up with like just a bunch of stories that we all know before. But if I see anything that is worth bringing up for the next show on the Philadelphia experiment, I'll bring it up and say, look, I should have done more research on my behalf. But yeah. Really, thanks to everyone in chat. Thanks to everyone in chat. It's been a pleasure as always.
I don't see on the left where you're saying. I don't see that. I don't see lens flare. But hey, we're not going to fall out on it. I don't see lens flare. What I'll do, look out for the short. I'll do it tomorrow, yeah? Look out for the short because it'll be a better resolution.
Okay. Sweet.
Oh, where am I? I'm just pressing buttons again. There we go. So that's it, man.
Okay,
that's
mate.
it.
Yeah. Hold on. So I know we don't like shout outs, but as I'm the co-host of the show, so
I don't mind that.
So on Friday, Matt from Terrestrial Materials will be on the show on Alien Addict with me, and we're going to be talking about ufology and a good catch up. So that will be this Friday on Alien Addict, me and Matt. Have a good little chin wag, as we say in England. But yeah, thanks to everyone in chat, and hope to see you soon. I think we can do the Montauk project.
Okay.
We'll do that, the Montauk project. I think that's kind of links into Philadelphia experiment, and someone called Al Bulick as well, which should be good. I should have mentioned up, but we'll save it for the next episode because that links into various things. So yeah, that's more content related stuff for next episode, unlike today. It's been a mixed bag, but yeah.
And also the 420 show. There's no topic. It's going to be obviously we're going to look at some videos and have a chat, and you guys are invited to come up on the stage and have a smoke with us and give your opinions. So please, Chillster, come up, man, come up. I know.
Yeah.
I think John wants to come up. John Stokes, is that right? You're going to come up? No, One True Saxon.
Yeah, brother. Awesome.
Please come up. I think he might have been passed out by now.
So that's going to be on the 20th of this month, yeah?
That's right, 420.
That is going to be on a Sunday, guys, okay? So what time would that be hidden?
I don't know. It's probably be I'll be busy coughing. Me too. It'll probably be maybe around this time, about 9:30.
Okay, mate. That's fine.
Maybe around this time.
Okay.
So
sweet.
And I'll see what we'll dig out. We'll have some crazy stuff, man, to dig out.
Awesome. Yeah, mate. It'd be a good chin wag with everybody. It'd be good to get to, and people in the chat coming in, and we'll just 420, just talk about whatever, innit? This is it. Let's just have a bit of fun. Get to know you guys, get to know us, and promise we won't bite. Well, hidden will anyway, but
I'm just gonna chill, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's all about the chilling. So no, thanks to everyone in chat, and we're looking forward to see you on the next episode. I am
So-
absolutely smashed beyond repair. I am like, oof. I
There
rarely
you
go
go.
to bed and fall asleep.
There you go. There you go.
No.
There you go.
Pleasure as always, guys. Pleasure.
So much love. And I don't have to say it, but I will say it. Until next time, stay blessed and keep safe. The reason why I don't have to say it is because Saggy Paw, who's done the outro, he's done it. He said it for me. So on that note, good night, everybody, and God bless y'all.
Good night. See you soon.
Good night. See, it's all these new buttons. That should have went smoothly. I pressed the button and another button. You know what, guys? You press one button and then another button comes up. Yeah, John, you got it. So you're going to be doing your show on Friday. Then you're back over here on Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's lagging. Oh, sorry, man. All right. There we go now. It's time to say goodbye. So,
All right, let's do it.
hasta la vista, baby.
For there is nothing hidden that will not be revealed, and nothing concealed that will not be known and illuminated. Stay blessed and keep safe. This is the hidden underbelly. Stay blessed and keep safe.